Producer Brandon, this is Scott Johnson on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting here in Shelbyville, Tennessee, Bedford County. About 50 miles south of Nashville, 25 miles south of Murfreesboro. The lovely, and so far today, sunny, not sure it's going to be all day, Green Hills of southern middle Tennessee. It's that time of the month where we have the Shelbyville-Bedford economic development, workforce development, tourism, you name it, all those stuff come in here. And today we have Kelly North, our Vice President, to talk about what is going on here in our community. Good morning, Kelly.
Good morning, Scott. Thanks so much for having me this morning.
Always good to have you come in and talk about the plethora of things going on within the community. And let's just kind of start out explaining to our listening audience kind of just an overview of kind of what you guys do.
Sure. So we're the local economic development agency for Shelbyville and Bedford County. And so what that means is we focus on areas such as new business recruitment, new industrial recruitment, business retention and expansion. So making sure that our business is here.
Ones that are here at the dance stick around or grow.
Right. We want to make sure that they have the resources at their disposal to do that. Right. We also focus on workforce development. So making sure that our students understand what pathways are available to them after high school.
And match what our local businesses and industry needs, right?
Yes. Okay. That rolls back into some of that business retention and expansion. Mm-hmm. Make sure that we're regularly visiting with our local businesses to understand the skills needs that their employees have and match them with local education institution partnerships.
And let's see what else.
Tourism.
The biggie. I know y'all have big plans in that area.
We spend a lot of time focusing specifically on tourism promotion. So we're the destination marketing organization for Bedford County. And so that means we work with our state and regional partners to promote events and happenings within Bedford County. And we're trying to draw in visitors from outside of Bedford County to visit Near Screen Distillery or to take a spin out at Music City Cartplex, to visit Bell Buckle and have lunch at the Bell Buckle Cafe. So much of our focus in tourism focuses on promotion and marketing. We want to make sure that folks come in for the Spring Fun Show on the Celebration grounds.
I can't forget Celebration.
And the Black Rodeo that's coming up at the end of the month. So
our Courthouse Square, with all the businesses up there, a historic square.
Celebration City.
We're going to forget something,
aren't we? Show
Are we going to forget? We're going to forget something here.
But the tourism is really focused on promoting those local assets and making sure that we do our part to draw folks into the community to visit them.
I know the South Central Tennessee Tourism Association. I said that right, didn't I? I know their director. I've been in meetings where he's basically said that, what do they cover, 11 or 12 counties? 13. That Bedford has the most potential of any county in his area as far as generating tourism, which generates sales tax revenue, which benefits local government, and the business obviously impacts our local businesses and their bottom line. And then those folks leave.
Yes.
And then we don't have to educate their kids.
Well, that's right. They're spending they're spending their money in our restaurants and
voluntary sales tax is a voluntary tax, basically. I mean, you want to go out to Uncle Nearest, and I mean that's your option, right?
Yes.
But that particular sales tax comes back to the county government. So I can see where tourism's very beneficial.
It's critically important to driving economic
growth. And most counties don't have the resources or the locations or the venues to really capitalize on that.
That's right. And then we have our sister organization, the Shelbyville-Bedford Community Foundation, is a 501c3 charitable organization that raises money to support education and projects that enhance the quality of life and quality of place in Bedford County. So, for example, they raise funds to support the teacher grant program that funds programs and projects that are outside Bedford County Schools' normal curriculum budget.
Stuff they don't have funding for.
That's right. So, I mean, that can be anything from a science lab to specific furniture that makes collaborative, math classes.
Kind of taking the education to the next level.
That's right. Okay. And then the Young Professionals, the Shelbyville Young Professionals group is a part of the foundation, and this is a networking group for our young professionals that are 21 to 45, and they're looking to make new connections and friends and socialize.
There are future leaders.
There are future leaders.
In business and government.
So that group meets meets monthly at various locations throughout the community, and it is a real thriving group, and it falls under the purview of the foundation.
The criteria for that, Kelly, is it, I'm trying to remember, is it age 45 and under?
Yes.
Okay.
21 to 45.
21 to 45. Yes. Okay. So if you're 21 to 45 and you want to get involved with this young professionals, should they contact y'all's office, or what should they do?
They can, and they can find us on social media.
Okay.
Specifically on Facebook and Instagram, just Shelbyville Young Professionals.
Okay. Just put in Shelbyville Young Professionals and find out where the next event is. And what a great group.
Absolutely.
That is. And I know you guys are in the process of growing that group. And like I said, that's the future leaders in business and in government in our local community.
That's absolutely right. And Scott, I've got to jump back to the partnership, because I would be remiss if I did not mention our work in the Chamber of Commerce.
Well, there's a biggie. There's a biggie.
That's right.
Yeah. So what you got going on there?
You know, the Chamber of Commerce supports our small businesses and gives them opportunities to network, to connect, to grow, and to promote their business within Bedford County and the region, for that matter. And so Dana Rodriguez is our chamber director, and she's doing a great job bringing folks together. We had a chamber quarterly luncheon last week that was just phenomenal.
That was one of the largest attended quarter luncheons that I've been to.
Yes.
I mean, there were folks from all sectors of the community there.
Mm-hmm. It was probably the largest one in recent history that I can think of, too. And you know, I've been involved with the chamber for a long time.
Yeah, a lot of folks probably don't know that you were involved with the chamber before the partnership was ever.
That's right.
Came about. Yes. I think, what have you been there, about like 10 years, 9 years?
Yes, going on.
So you're very familiar with the business community.
Started
here.
As an intern.
Yep.
Yes, and so the chamber's doing great things, not only in bringing people together with the networking events, but giving them real resources in real time to help local businesses grow. So there is a workshop that's happening later this month that's focused on bridging the gap between funding your small business, so finding those resources for funding, and the chamber's partnered with First Community Bank to bring those resources to the business community.
What's so important, because so many people have, especially for and you and your husband are small business owners as well. I mean, it's so important. Folks have a good idea, or they get good skill sets, but they may not necessarily know the financial part of it.
Sure. Or where to find the resources.
Where to find the resources.
Operating
and you guys
capital.
Help them do that.
Yes. And then, the chamber is very connected with the Tennessee Small Business Development Center. And the Business Development Center is located in Murfreesboro. We have a consultant that comes down once a month and does one-on-one consultations with our chamber members. So if you're an entrepreneur and you're a member of the chamber and you're looking to develop a business plan, this consultant will work with you free of charge to help you.
Say that again.
I said free of charge.
Okay. All right.
We'll work with you at no cost to help you develop your business plan or help you understand cash flow as it relates to your business. So if you're looking for something, absolutely. And if you're an entrepreneur and you're learning how to structure your business in the right way, this is an opportunity to work one-on-one in an individual setting with a certified consultant that can help you work through the process of that.
I think it's so critical too, because when I was attending the what's now the Haslam Business School at the University of Tennessee, I always remember this stat from one of my finance classes there, and it was that 90% of small businesses fail within like the first 12 months. Mm-hmm. And it's not across the board. It's probably for folks that they didn't have a good marketing plan, or they didn't understand financials, or they didn't go seek out the resources. Yes. They had a great idea.
That's right. It's not so much about the idea or the concept.
It's about the mechanics of running a business.
Yes, the mechanics. That's a great
How
way
am I going to make payroll? What's my cash flow going to be?
Yes.
And, so what a great opportunity to get all those resources together. And I think I heard you say free.
I did. We'll say it one more time. Free of charge.
If somebody's interested in learning more about that, where do they go?
So they can check us out online at www.shelbyville-bedford.com. They can stop by the chamber office, which is located in the Annex building.
Courthouse Annex.
Yes.
On the west side of the square.
On the west side of the square. Or they can...
Upstairs from where you get your license plates and stuff.
That's right.
That's right.
Or they can reach out to Dana directly at 931-205-2170. So
say that number again.
931-205-2170. 888-888-2170.
What a great service to provide for local small businesses, especially. And, of course, I know you guys have a very large number of members.
Yes, so we're over 350 members strong with the Chamber of Commerce and growing every month.
I know you had a meeting yesterday up there working with the advisory group and how to provide, where to go forward from here.
Well, and that's the great thing about working with the partnership is we have a collective of the business community that comes together to advise us, lead us, play a role in being a champion for our organization with their ideas and their willingness to volunteer and support building the best community that we possibly can.
Well, and leverage that expertise from all those different, we won't mention them all, but so many different sectors of the business community and government as well out there. And I've seen it happen in action many, many times. And we appreciate folks that help out there, right?
Well, it's great because they bring so many different perspectives to the table. And I mean, we can really generate some good opportunities, good resources, and good ideas for this community.
And a lot of these are local folks that have done well. I mean,
right.
they're from the community, they're from here, and they've done well, and they're giving back to the community and helping you guys out.
Well, and I think that's important because I think what everybody's trying to do within the community is village building, right? So we're trying to build, we're trying to collectively work together to build the best community that we can. And at the partnership, we do that on just about every level. We work with education, we work with large and small business, we work with our local government organization, we work with state and regional partners and nonprofits. And I think the idea there for everybody is a thriving community, the best place to live, work, and play, right?
Yeah, it kind of reminds me that, being a county commissioner, and I go to the Normandy Town Council meetings because they're in my district every month, and I was down there last night. And I've said this many times publicly, this is a great group of people with a lot of courage because they've been doing things to make Normandy better.
Yes.
So I want to give them a shout out on that because that's not always easy.
That's right.
To do that. And they always ask kind of what's going on in local government, state government, ask for a little help every once in a while. But it was interesting because they were all sitting there going, Johnson, it works a lot better if we all work together.
Sure. Oh,
they made that comment last night, and I said, you guys have the right side picture. You've got the right mindset. So I know Normandy's got a bright future.
Well, and everybody wants to see the best community, right? And we want. I hear parents talk all the time about, especially in this season of graduation,
right?
They're excited for their kids to go off into the next chapter.
Big week this week.
Right,
it's graduation week.
But eventually, they want them to come home and settle down their roots right here in Bedford County, and so in order to pull them back in, we want to make sure that they have the amenities that they're looking for: restaurants and retail, high-paying jobs, good schools, and it takes all of us working together to make that happen.
No doubt about it. We don't always have to agree, but we need to at least respect each other and move forward.
Sure.
Trying to make things a better place to live and work. What else you want to talk about, Kelly? Oh, wait a minute. It's about that time, isn't it, producer Brandon? Folks, this is Scott Johnson on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting. We're going to take a 90-second break. We appreciate those sponsors out there and be right back.
At United Communications, we're more than just fast internet. We're your local connection to reliability and service you can count on right here in Bedford County. With fiber fast speeds and a team in your community, we keep you connected when it matters most. No long hold times, no out-of-town providers, just real service from people who care. Call 931-740-1800 or visit united.net. Thousands of Tennesseans already trust United. United Communications. Fast, local internet. Visit Kincaid Service Company today to experience the superior comfort of a Serta mattress. Serta has pioneered sleep innovation for more than 90 years, bringing quality products to more than 150 countries worldwide. Serta Comfort is validated by consumers with thousands of 5-star reviews and are designed and assembled in the U.S. at one of Serta's state-of-the-art facilities. Serta's award-winning mattress collections are created by providing superior comfort along with overall support and breathability. Get Serta Comfort by visiting Kincaid Service Company in Shelbyville. Online at KincaidService.com. When's the last time you've seen the eye doctor? Don't wait. Whether it's little Carter's first pair of glasses or keeping a good eye on your vision health as you age, your eyes are a precious thing. See personalized care for the whole family and friendly faces at Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care on 605 North Main in Shelbyville, across from the U.S. Post Office. Striving to bring you excellence in optometry every single day. Don't put your family's vision off. Make an appointment today at 931-684-2020. Personalized eye care for the whole family at Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care.
Folks, this is Scott Johnson on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting here in Shelbyville, Tennessee, Bedford County. We're having a conversation here with Kelly North, the Vice President of the Shelbyville-Bedford Partnership, about the various things that are going on in our community here, especially in economic development. Kelly, when we went off the air, well, what do you want to move on to next?
Well,
I mean, you got a whole laundry list of stuff here.
You know, we've had a very exciting month of May in Bedford County.
So you hadn't gotten bored? Busy.
No, haven't gotten bored, but you know, there have been some exciting things that have happened in the community.
What's been going on?
Yesterday, I had the privilege of attending a scholarship presentation ceremony at Shelbyville Central High School. Duxon Electerra, our newest manufacturer in Bedford County, awarded scholarships to 4 graduating seniors yesterday. So,
I bet that was exciting.
You know, anytime we can pour into the future of this community, I mean, I'm absolutely here for it 100%.
Well, and I know the partnership is a big supporter of education, especially the community foundation.
Yes.
So
it was an honor to participate in that presentation, and so now there are 4 seniors in Bedford County that have received a $1,000 scholarship each from Duxon, and it's based on their academic achievements. And so Duxon recognizes how important it is to take your education seriously and reach for the stars with your goals as students, and they also are pouring into our community. So right from the very rip, giving back to the community that they're committed to.
Well, we appreciate you all at the Shelbyville Partnership facilitating that and helping support education, and our local students are moving on to other things and hopefully come back as community leaders someday after their college education.
When we talk about local students, a couple weeks ago I had the opportunity to participate in the high school job fair at Shelbyville Central High School.
How'd that go?
It was fantastic. And so there were close to 30 businesses, 30 local Bedford County businesses that were set up in the theater lobby of Shelbyville Central High School. The partnership was there as well, and it was an opportunity to not only introduce our younger students, because students at every grade level, 9th through 12th, got an opportunity to participate and were able to walk through and meet with the business community. So they learned about career pathways.
Well, and that's at an age where you maybe don't have it figured out yet, right?
Sure.
So you're looking at your options.
And, you know, what a great opportunity for our businesses to be able to plant the seed in the next generation of talent.
Show their flag and and advise what they need.
Yes. And so, you know, there's so many opportunities for the business community to engage often with the local school system, from elementary school all the way through high school, and even at the post-secondary level with Tennessee College of Applied Technology, Motlow, and MTSU. So it was exciting to see several hundred students come through the job fair, visit with our local businesses, had really good conversations with the students. I probably talked to 150 kids myself, and we talked about what options they had, what opportunities they had right here in Bedford County, and what pathway they needed to take to reach those goals.
Because, you know, and I know that's one of the goals you all have here, is kind of keeping these young people in our community.
Sure. When
they graduate, whether it's from high school, college, TCAT, whatever it is, and they need to know what their opportunities are here and what skill sets they need to have, right?
Well, and more than 50% of them are going straight into the workforce when they graduate high school. They're not necessarily going to TCAT. They're not necessarily going to Malo or to college. They're going straight to work. So we want to help them understand that there are meaningful opportunities right here at home, right out of high school, and these are the companies that you need to connect with.
And a lot of these companies are paying pretty good wages.
They are. And we have very competitive wages in Bedford County, and a genuine interest and desire in growing their own workforce.
Most with health care benefits nowadays, and right here at home.
That's right.
You don't have to spend 2 hours a day in a car.
Well, and a student may drive by a Cooper Steel or a Tyson Foods or a Vanderbilt Bedford Hospital and not realize that they can have a background in accounting or marketing or learn a trade as an entry level employee at any number of these companies straight out of high school. So
and actually do a whole career there.
That's right. That's absolutely right. We have a lot of folks that are long-term employees in several companies within Bedford County, and what that means is a culture of strong employment and good work environments.
Well, I was going to say that tells me they're taking care of their employees too.
Yes.
And when folks are staying there, that's the bottom line.
Yes.
And we do have several locally owned companies that are like that.
That's right. That's right. When we talk about our local companies, I mentioned earlier that the Chamber of Commerce had a quarterly luncheon last week.
Like I said, that's the largest attended one I've seen in a long.
We're very thankful for Jones Logistics sponsorship.
They did,
that event.
The trucking company.
Yes, and we got to learn, who Jones is, how they serve, and how they serve their community. And that's another thing that I love about the companies in Bedford County is they take care of their employees and they give back to the community.
That's one of the things that for you chamber members out there that haven't come to a luncheon maybe in a while, because there is a lot of members, I would highly encourage, because what you'll normally get is 2 speakers.
Yep.
You're going to get, for example, the other day, Jones Logistics got up, and I learned a lot about, I already knew about the company because, it used to be nationwide here, but I did learn more about the company and what they had, the opportunities they had, and I think last time it was Vanderbilt. Hospital.
That's right. That's right.
And then there's always a keynote speaker, and it happened to be Mayor Chad Graham from the county who gave a very detailed of a lot of things that are going on, and getting the information and the facts out there on what's going on.
Well, we're trying to.
So you had an opportunity. You get to hear about a business and then a keynote speaker.
That's right. And when Vanderbilt was the sponsor, we had Terrence Adams, who's the new COO for the hospital,
right?
And he gave a very detailed explanation of the direction that the hospital
had. Several of the doctors there.
And the thing that's important there is that we're trying to bring informative speakers to these luncheons, and we're trying to ensure that the business community stays informed on what opportunities they have available to them, whether that be through the hospital or what's going on in the local community, such as learning about what's going on in local government.
Well, and I noticed a lot of people when the luncheon's over, they don't necessarily leave. These are business people, successful, some government people, and they're all kind of networking, and it gives you an opportunity where you have a chance to talk to people. You may not see that often necessarily.
Sure.
And I saw a lot of that going on the other day.
Yes. They stuck around for quite some time and had a great lunch provided by Shelbyville Supermercado, another chamber member of ours. Yep. It was really, really good. And would definitely echo your sentiment in encouraging chamber members who might not have attended an event in a while to just come out and see who you see, learn what you can learn, and give yourself an opportunity to promote your business.
Absolutely. So, folks, you'll get a notification. I know you guys send it out through you have a lot of chamber members. Yes. I know you guys send notifications out on that. So we'll just encourage folks, if you hadn't been to one in a while, it's definitely worth your time and effort as a local business person to come and see what's going on. Yes. Appreciate you guys facilitating that. What else you want to talk about? So
we mentioned earlier how important tourism is to the community and the benefits of the sales tax dollars that are funneled in through visitors that live outside of Bedford County. And,
Roger that.
And we talked about how the partnership serves as the destination marketing organization. And so we've recently been the recipient of $40,000 in grant funding.
So that means the state grant agencies come through you.
Yes.
You all.
Well, the state grant agencies do come through us, and then we work we work very closely with the South Central Tennessee Tourism Association, which is our regional partner. And so we've been awarded $40,000 in grant funding to promote Bedford County as a tourist destination. And so that's our current project in tourism, and making sure that folks understand that as great of a place as Bedford County is to live and work, it's also a great place to play. So we want to make
visit,
sure.
yep.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to see visitors coming in from
eat in our restaurants.
That's right.
Shop in our stores.
From Tullahoma and from Fayetteville and Rutherford County, and we want to see them visiting Bedford.
You know, it's interesting to talking to several of the restaurant owners and some of the local other venues here. It used to be like everybody headed to Murfreesboro or Franklin.
Yes.
We got people from there coming here now.
That's right. I saw a picture on social media over the weekend of some friends of mine outside of Glass Hollow, and they've lived in Tullahoma for many, many years. So and that's good.
We appreciate those Tullahoma people coming over here and spending money.
But that's what we want.
Absolutely.
That's our purpose behind our work in tourism, is to draw folks into this community to visit our tourism assets. So we're very appreciative of our state and regional partnerships.
Well, I know you guys are working on a comprehensive plan on that.
Yes,
and
we are.
some manpower issues to make that happen. So we're going to really look forward to that over the next 12 months.
That's right.
What you guys are going to be doing involved in that. We got 2-3 minutes left. Okay. Kelly, what else you want to talk about?
So I would be remiss if I did not mention one of the most amazing events that I have seen in Bedford County in my entire time here. This past weekend, over Mother's Day weekend, or it was not this past weekend, but over Mother's Day weekend, the Connected Community 5K happened on the square.
I think how many entries? I know not all of them ran, but how many entries were there?
I believe there were over 1,100, maybe close to 1,200 entries.
The number I heard was 11 something.
Yes.
And, I mean, like I said, I may not look like it now, but I've been a runner for years here in Bedford County. I don't remember having a race with usually on average, more than 125, 150 folks in it.
I've never seen a race that was outside of, say, like a Nashville.
Well, I've seen it in Nashville, but that's a little different venue.
That had as many people that ran in the Connected Community 5K on Mother's Day weekend. And
that, of course, was honcho by the Shelbyville-Bedford Partnership Community Foundation.
That's right.
Which is committed to education.
Huge kudos to the Community Foundation, Beth Davis, Bedford County Schools, and the entire team for the amazing
The schools
event.
did do thanks to Dr. Tammy Garrett and her folks. They did team up with y'all to put that on. The schools had a great competition amongst themselves.
They had runners from running teams from every school.
Yeah, no, I got signed up for Learning Way, and I was out there. Okay,
what events like that do to just build community within our community? It was heartwarming. It was inspiring. I'm so excited that this is going to be an annual event in Bedford County. Raises money for education within the community, and then to see all of the vendors and the merchants and the community.
I was going to say the stores were open up there, and a lot of them had some giveaway programs.
That's right.
Thanks to the merchants on the square.
It was a phenomenal day on the square.
It was, and then the actual event itself, for those of you that didn't have a chance to participate or come out, it went from and we appreciate I know the Shelbyville Police Department was out there blocking traffic. I know I saw County Fire Department out there. If we missed anybody, the Sheriff's Department was out there too. I saw some SROs out there helping block traffic, which is critical in one of these deals. But it went out from the square, the historic square, all the way out to the historic celebration grounds. And a lot of comments as I was going around the center ring there. Of course, I don't really take it for granted, but I get to center ring a lot, right? Well, I heard a lot of people comment, I've never been in center ring before, even though they grew up here. So they had a chance folks to run through that center ring. And Warren Wells had an organist, a walking horse organist out there playing walking horse music, which was a great atmosphere.
Absolutely.
I heard so many comments about the organist playing there that we appreciate Celebration Grounds doing
and
that.
I love that because that sparks a fire and plants a seed for folks who've never been to the celebration.
Or maybe they hadn't been in a while.
That's right.
It's a great family event. Come on out. Matter of fact, this weekend we got the Spring Fun Show. It's going to be a great event. And I'm not just saying that. I mean, things in the walking horse industry have really been on the uptick.
Absolutely.
And we're really looking forward to the show this weekend. Those of us that are involved with the celebration out there. And come on out. And it is, folks, it's a family event.
Yes.
Bring your kids, do whatever.
That's right. If you haven't been on the grounds in a while, please go to the Celebrations website. Check out the plethora of events that are happening on the grounds within Cooper Steel Arena, and make plans for a fun family time.
Shout out to Cooper Steel for helping us. Really, mean, that arena, and Warren talks about this when he does his monthly program. But folks, don't hesitate. That arena is open during the day. If there's not an event going on, just come out and walk through there. You're welcome. Yes. You're welcome to do that. That's a community asset. Mm-hmm. We're a nonprofit out there, but it's a community asset. Come on out, and you're going to be amazed when the celebration. Talk about teamwork again. Celebration Grounds and Cooper Steel Arena teamed up to really improve that facility out there, and it's beautiful. And it's helping us attract additional of multi-night events to come in here, hold an event, eat in our restaurants, shop in our stores, and leave.
Tourism, critically important.
We appreciate that. So that I'm glad you wanted to mention the Connected Community 5K walk run race, and I know there was one lady out there that was 90-something years old.
Yes,
that did the mile walk.
Yes, she did, and I was overjoyed to see her come across the finish line. Again, it was an inspiring day. She did great.
She did great. The competition amongst the schools was a lot of fun.
One of my favorite parts was the inflatable race amongst the principals, and
that was interesting.
I appreciated that very much. Good time had by all.
They were good, and it raised money obviously for education here in Bedford County. And so we appreciate folks doing it. Appreciate all the commitment. Appreciate everything you guys did and Beth Davis, the Community Foundation, did to make that a success. And folks, there's more to follow. This isn't going to be, we had the huge Christmas event.
That's right.
Which was very successful up on the square. Now we had this, and folks, there is more coming.
Trust me. Absolutely.
Trust me. But we'll save those announcements for another day. Kelly, we're out of time. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
As always, we appreciate the people, businesses, and community that support the Shelbyville-Bedford Partnership and give us an opportunity to work together every day to make this the best community we can.
Well, and you guys do it. A week doesn't go by where I don't have a local business person say, and a lot of government folks too, say, hey, tell them thank you for what they do to make this community a better place to live and work. So I'm passing it on right now. It happens all the time. I mean, a lot. So thank you for what you guys do out there and driving that train and for being the facilitators here and creating that teamwork here in Bedford County. Folks, this is Scott Johnson on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting. We have 10 government-related talk shows every month right here on 98.7 FM on Hopkins Farm Broadcasting, the only locally owned radio station here in Bedford County. Tune in here and actually hear it from the leaders in the community, straight from the horse's mouth on what's going on Monday through Friday, different days, but always at 0900 for you military types, 9 a.m. for these programs. Scott Johnson on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting. Until next time.
United Communications builds connections you can rely on. Whether it's fast internet for your home or business, our fiber network is designed for your community. No long hold times, no out-of-town providers, just real service from real people. Call 931-740-1800 or visit united.net. Thousands of Tennesseans already trust United. United Communications. Fast, local internet.
Kincaid's is proud to offer Beauty Rest Black to our customers. Beauty Rest Black represents a leap forward in bedding with sleep climate technology keeping you cool and triple-stranded pocketed coils to give you luxurious support all night long. Wake up refreshed and ready to take on the day with a new Beauty Rest Black mattress from Kincaid Service Company. 400 Madison Street, Shelbyville, across from the Speedway gas station. 931-684-5662.
When's the last time you've seen the eye doctor? Don't wait. Whether it's little Carter's first pair of glasses or keeping a good eye on your vision health as you age, your eyes are a precious thing. See personalized care for the whole family and friendly faces at Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care on 605 North Main in Shelbyville across from the U.S. Post Office. Striving to bring you excellence in optometry every single day. Don't put your family's vision off. Make an appointment today at 931-684-2020. Personalized eye care for the whole family at Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care.